Hi, I'm Josh Wolf, and this is a demo of Magikcraft and Minecraft for Type 1 Diabetes, and kind of the potential of the medical learning platform that we have with Magikcraft. So I'm logging into Magikcraft here. I'm here in the lobby. Let's have a look around. We've got Magikcraft and MCT1, so we're going to go into MCT1. Now in here I can go either Euro, ANZ, millimoles per litre, or USA, milligrams per deciliter. Let's take the USA one. I come into the Minecraft for Type 1 Diabetes world, and I'm slowing down, I can't hardly move, and then I get struck by lightning and I get the type 1 diabetes diagnosis. You can see at the top I got BGL, currently 90, insulin is 0. Now, a couple of seconds after I get struck down with type 1 diabetes, I get warped to the training course. Now, when I come into this first room here, you can see apples are dropping from the heavens here. As a bit of an explanation, I've got to eat an apple to get out of this room. So when I eat the apple, you'll notice at the top of the screen I got this apple here which is digesting, and as that apple digests, my blood glucose level is going up. Now here I grab these insulin potions, explanation there, 6. So now I take this insulin potion and you see my insulin level goes up, and then that's also affecting my BGL. So the two things exist in like a balance between the two. And when my blood glucose level is within range, I've got these magic powers here, and when it goes out of range, too high or too low, I'm going to get sick. So let's try chucking down a bunch of insulin and see what happens when my blood glucose level goes too low. I'm actually not familiar with the US levels. Here we go. Okay, so now my insulin, I'm actually having a low right now. So what I need to do now is I'm going to have to eat some carbohydrates. Let's try a cookie. I'm going to eat a cookie. So I eat the cookie, and then my blood glucose level's going up as it's digesting. It's slowly bringing me up. Okay, I'm back in range. Got my magic powers back. And then one of the magic powers I have is this magic snowball that I can throw. Great for killing zombies. So there's a whole game that goes on beyond here, but this is just the training. Gives you an idea of how Minecraft for Type 1 Diabetes works, how we've modified the game to put that in there. Now I'm going to go back to the lobby, and I'm going to show you how we integrate Minecraft with our web platform. So I might just, I'll stay with MCT1. So I'll keep the insulin kind of thing happening. Let's cast this fast spell so I can go fast. This is Magikcraft. Now I'm going to go into the Magikcraft portal. This is where we teach kids to code. Now one thing you might notice here is that right here in my spell book in the web browser, I've warped into a new world, and this has been pushed into my web browser. It's actually an instructional video with a walkthrough of this particular level. So this is an example of how we can push video content into their web browser based on their location in the game. Now I'll show you something else about that. If I close this video here and go back to the game, here's a magic word that I found in Magikcraft. Now when I type that in, it pushes content into my web browser, again into my spellbook, and I've got a wizard that's running, and it kind of steps me through, you know, here's how you do the coding, and you know, you write your spell in here like this, and then you click save spell, and it's going to save the spell. So this is another example of us pushing content into the web browser. In this case it happens to be coding content, right? I can go back into the game and I can do that with a bunch of different magic words that I happen to know. Exaltus is another one. So if I go back here, let's do magic.volare. That's a good example. It's one of the first spells that they learn. So in here you can see it's pushed a bunch of extra content in. The Exaltus spell, the Volare spell for flying, and also along with that Volare spell comes an instructional video. So we're using it right here to teach kids how to code, and we can push video content and textual content, you know, graphics as well, into their web browser contextually from Minecraft through either their location. It can be through them typing in a command. There's a bunch of different kind of ways that we could do that with them, you know, triggered by in-game. So we can have engaging adventures that, you know, provide kind of a context and a story, and then we can have like a hybrid kind of environment where you've got Minecraft on the one hand here, and you've also got the web browser on the other side. And as you can see, we've already implemented learning around Minecraft for Type 1 Diabetes, for Type 1 Diabetics, and we want to extend and expand this into other spaces, particularly the pediatric cancer spaces, one that we're looking at right now about where we can partner with someone to make a difference to, kids who are living with that condition. This is the most popular video game in the world of all time, especially for kids these days. They're already here. We can now bring the learning to where they are. So you can see I just got my type 1 diabetes diagnosis come back to me there in MCT1. So yeah, there you go. This is Magikcraft and the Magikcraft Medical Learning Platform, which is what we're calling it, and a demonstration of how we simulate type 1 diabetes at this point in time in the game with some learning around that, and how we also integrate Minecraft and the web browser for content across both properties seamlessly and synchronized.